we got ourselves a Wikipedia right here. As we know, Wikipedia is full of lies. I'm going to show you how some of those lies work, in my opinion. What I'm going to show you two examples of how I think propaganda actually works. So the first thing is the Wikipedia lies. So you think that, and then you're like, well, why read this? Because it's even parts of it what parts of it are true. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, so fine. We don't read it, but if we do read it, we reread Operation Mockingbird is an alleged large-scale program of the United States Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, that began in the early years of the Cold War and attempted to manipulate domestic American news media organizations for propaganda purposes. According to the author, Deborah Davis, Operation Mockingbird recruited leading American journalists into the network and influenced the front groups. So, what are they saying? Well, they're giving you information, and they're saying this is alleged, right? It's alleged. They can't prove it, right? And so that's why you're going to read this right here, where it says in 1973, a document referred to as the Family Jewels was published by the CIA, by CIA, containing a reference to Project Mockingbird, which was the name of an operation in 1963, which wiretapped two journalists who had published articles based on classified material. The document does not contain references to Operation Mockingbird. And the whole thing falls apart there, doesn't it? Because what are they? Well, they just explained to us that people are misunderstanding this thing that was real called Project Mockingbird, where journalists were wiretapped, and it was organized by the CIA. And, they're confusing it with this thing that would be called Operation Mockingbird, which is an alleged large-scale program. So Operation Mockingbird probably isn't even real, right? Because it says alleged, and because now we're showing this thing called Project Mockingbird. Well, I mean, that you can't have both. That's just people got confused. Except this is obviously it's just stating. It's letting you know that people get these things confused. It's not saying that this isn't proof that this isn't real, but it sure looks like it, doesn't it? It sure very sneakily looks like it. So but it says alleged. Obviously, it's reporting. It's supposed to be an unbiased thing. It's not going to actually say something is real unless it is real. I mean, obviously, that's not the case because Wikipedia's full of lies. We just pick and choose which. We all have different ideas of which of those things are lies and what it means to not trust Wikipedia, right? But if you go to the background here, in the early years of the Cold War, efforts were made by the United States government to use mass media to influence public opinion internationally. After the United States Senate Watergate Committee in 1973 uncovered domestic surveillance abuses directed by the executive branch of the United States government, and the New York Times in 1974 published an article by Seymour Hersh claiming the CIA had violated its charter by spying on anti-activists. Did you notice where the claiming thing started? It starts way down here. This opens up by saying, in the early years of the Cold War, efforts were made by the United States government to use mass media to influence the public opinion internationally. After the United States Senate Watergate Committee in the 1960s, it uncovered domestic surveillance abuses. So they found something bad happened. But, obviously we would never go as far as to say that the thing that it's alleged to have happened, that's not what actually happened. In a 1977 Rolling Stone magazine article, the CIA and the media reporter Carl Bernstein expanded upon the Church Committee's report and wrote that allegedly, please say allegedly, expanded on the alleged report about the alleged activity. The report wrote that more than 400 U.S. press members had secretly carried out assignments for the CIA. Allegedly. Is this literally right now? I understand Wikipedia may, whoever said this, whoever wrote this, who knows? They didn't frame it. They didn't phrase it quite right because they're just, Or is that the part that, that actually did happen? We can say that happened. That's not an allegedly. Down here's maybe allegedly. I think it's all allegedly. The top of the article starts with, Mockingbird is an alleged large-scale program in the United States. It goes on to discuss things that look like they say that they proved it, but